How's it going, my good old friends of YouTube? It's Das here. Welcome back to another video. So today, like you all saw in the title, we're going to be breaking down 3 oversold stocks to buy now. I want to break down multiple charts. I want to go over my plans with these stocks and in general, what I'm looking to do. Well, I guess that kind of goes in with my plans for these stocks. So if you all find value, hit the like button, subscribe, go down below, get your $50 from M1 Finance. Check out my Patreon as well if you want all my real-time buys, sells, call-outs, a morning update video, plus more access to me throughout the day. All of that's on Patreon. And with that being said, let's get right into the video, guys. And I'm sorry for not uploading a video yesterday on Monday. I got back. I took a red-eye flight from Vegas, and I landed at 7 a.m. on Monday, and I was pretty much just rocked all day Monday. Well, I was able to make a profit on my square swing trade from last week, but pretty much that's all I did. I was sleeping for the rest of the day, so it's good to be back and ready and freaking 100% fully charged up to get back to it, guys. So as of now, markets are doing pretty decent. We have about an hour, 40 minutes left in the session. The S&P is up 0.2, Dow's up 0.2, NASDAQ, well, what do you know? It's also up 0.2%, and we have the Russell up about 0.75%, 0.75%, which is a nice day for the Russell. And if you guys have not been paying attention, the small caps, the Russell, it has not been doing well. But now that it's bouncing back, that is a good sign. And make sure you guys subscribe, because later on today, in the next video of today, I'll be breaking down the markets a bit further. And trust me, you don't want to miss that. So make sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell if you haven't done so already. Now, let's talk about 3 stocks that are beaten down, some more than others, that I'm personally looking at right now. Number 1, which is probably the most beaten down, is Pinterest, ticker symbol PINS. And this is one that we were covering around that earnings report from earlier this month, I believe it was, or maybe it was the end of July. Yeah, end of July. We were watching it before that. You know, it was $75. It tanked all the way to $58 after earnings. And this is a great example of why I don't like to gamble on earnings. Let's say, for example, we were to buy this stock the day before earnings. Well, we'd be in a pretty big hole right now, down about 20-25%. Now, luckily that we didn't buy before earnings. We waited until after earnings. Now we're potentially here, keyword is potentially, getting another opportunity, another stab here at Pinterest stock. And if you guys look at the chart on the 4-hour, it is obvious that we're under both moving averages. The bears are in charge. That is very obvious. But now we're getting towards the bottom of this channel. And who knows, this $51 dollar level that we just hit, that very well could be the bottom. Or it might be in the mid to high 40s. We don't know yet. But what I do know is we're getting to the bottom, right? We're towards the bottom of this channel, where every time Pinterest has gotten oversold, and it has many times in the past, guys, we've seen a nice snapback back towards the top of the channel. And you can see it doesn't happen right away. You know, Pinterest dropped from $85 back in the middle of April. It went all the way down to $54 in the middle of May. So it took about a month there. Wow, that was a bad month. It dropped 35% that month. And now you guys can see they reported earnings a little bit under a month ago. Now it's down another 20-30% from that drop about a month ago. Now we're slowly starting to see, you know, the RSI kicking up, maybe a little bit of extra volume coming in. Well, not much volume, but we're going to be waiting for the volume. And maybe that's going to turn us back up here towards the 60s, the 70s. I think it's possible. So do I have a position in this one quite yet? No, I don't. But this is one that I'm strongly considering if we're able to break past the 50 moving average, which is the green line here. And I am looking on this 4-hour chart. And you can see ever since we tanked about a month ago, the 50 SMA has been a sticking point. So like I said about 2 minutes ago, we hit 51. We're at 55 now, but we don't know for sure if this is the bottom. So we got to be careful that we don't get trapped in on this rally that we've seen the past couple of days from $51.95 to now $55. We got to be careful. But if we end up breaking the 50 SMA, which is at about $56, where I'm going to put my alert, then we might be getting a short-term relief rally finally, back towards maybe 60, which is where we were earlier in August, maybe up towards 63, 65. That is definitely possible. And by the way, $65, that is right where that 180 SMA is here on the 4-hour chart. So Pinterest, I like, but you got to keep in mind, it's still in a downtrend. We're still seeing some pain. And if you buy here, you got to understand that you might be holding through some pain for maybe even a couple of weeks / months before you even see a profit. So Pinterest is number one. I like it. Number two, we have WWE. And this is a stock that has been hammered as well. I mean, no doubt about it. It's down from $70. That was back in June. Now it's at $49.50. It is down 30%. And it makes sense because, look, the Delta variant, it's going crazy. We have the cases increasing. And WWE, sure, it makes money through pay-per-view whenever it has the key events like, WrestleMania, whatever, all those, if you guys watch WWE. They suffer when there's not a huge crowd in attendance. Well, now, let me tell you guys, and, this could be a one-off thing. I'm not sure, but like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, and you guys probably knew this, I was in Vegas the past couple of days, right? I went from, what day was it? Thursday up until Sunday. And on Saturday, there was a huge WWE SummerSlam event at the brand new Allegiant Raider Stadium, which, let me tell you guys, that stadium is awesome. And I went to the WWE event, and guess what? There were 51,300 people in attendance there. And I was reading earlier this morning, that was the largest crowd, not ever, for WWE. I was reading what it was for all-time largest crowd. It was about 103,000. That was at a WrestleMania event. So it's double what we saw in Allegiant Stadium 2 days ago or 3 days ago, 51,300. But 51,300, that is a record for SummerSlam, which is one of the biggest pay-per-view events that they have. So in my opinion, I'm not just going to go buy this just because of one awesome SummerSlam event with 51,300 people. But that is telling me people are wanting to go to these events even though the Delta is surging. And mind you, the Las Vegas, that is a hot spot. That is a hot spot, and people were still packing out that arena. So at this point in time, that is good for the business, right? 51,000 people, all that good stuff. But the chart, we're looking at this as a trade right now. The chart is not quite yet breaking out. One good thing, though, is we're holding 46, 48, 49. I just want to break back over 50, 51, right? 51 was resistance earlier in August. I'm going to put my alert there, maybe at 51.50. Let's put it right there and see what it does. And as we slowly start breaking the 50 moving average and start getting up to that 180 moving average at about 54, 55, that is where I believe we could get that breakout for WWE. And I'm watching it, and I'm not looking to rush into it quite yet, like I said, but we're going to give it some time to see what it does above that, mid 50 point. So I like WWE, solid. I was a huge fan when I was a kid, back in, the early 2000s. I was obsessed with WWE. Don't really watch it anymore, to be honest, but still went to the event, for nostalgic purposes. You got to go and support these things sometimes. And I absolutely had a blast. So we'll see, how the numbers look next quarter, the quarter after, but I feel like they're going to do pretty well. So we're watching WWE in the short term here and over the next couple of quarters, which I guess that still is the short term, depending on, what, mindset you're using, whether you're a short-term trader, long-term, it depends. It's all relative. But overall, we're watching WWE, and the last stock for today is Amazon, AMZN. And full disclosure, I'm long Amazon, both as a long-term investment and as a swing trade, but I'm not long Pinterest and WWE yet. I might in the next couple of weeks. You never know. But Amazon, again, stock number 3, I am long on this one, and I added it a little bit after they reported earnings. I gave them some wiggle room. They reported the stock went down a good chunk. We consolidated at about 33.50 for a little bit, and I believe I added here at 33.30. So I am down a little bit on my position, but not too crazy. And this is one that I'm willing to hold, and not hold for forever because it's a swing trade, but I'm willing to give it some, wiggle room here to figure itself out, because Amazon, along with, I'd put Apple, Google, Facebook in that category, whenever the stock drops 10% plus from its top. I mean, gosh, guys, this stock almost went down 20%, which is a bear market for Amazon. Whenever a stock of this magnitude drops, I'm looking for buyers to step in. This is one of those stocks that the dip gets bought up pretty much every time. It's not a SPAC. It's not one of these small cap stocks. It's freaking Amazon for peeps' sake, guys. Come on. So, at this point, it's not really ripping up quite yet, going back to 3,700, but it's on its way. Today, it's up at 1.13%. It's up above that 50 SMA. I think it's going to fill the gap over time to 3,465, 3,500, right around that 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. And if that spot's able to break, that is where we're going to get that big leg up, probably back to 36, 37, and that is where I'd be looking to offload some of my shares. This is one that, again, I'm willing to buy on the dip, 10, 15, 20% down. I'm willing to buy that, eat some face for a little bit, hold through some pain, and I'm confident it's going to swing back up, which it's already doing that. Yesterday was a great day for Amazon. Today's a great day. So I'm long and strong. I'm holding on, and I'd love to know what you guys have to think down below. So overall, we're about 12 minutes in. I'll wrap it up here. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts on these 3 stocks, and make sure to check out my Patreon. If you guys want all my real-time buys, sells, call outs, a morning update video every trading day, and more access to me throughout the day. All of that's on Patreon, link down below, and you guys can get your $50 from M1 Finance. I'm not kidding. This runs out in a couple of weeks. Make sure to use my link down below. Deposit $100, and we literally each get $50 to invest with. That's simple, right? So check it out. Link down below. I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Again, as always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there, guys. Peace out.